Hi, I know, it's been a while since my last upload again. Fun fact, I'm still sick. It's honestly so stupid. But today we're taking a look at someone that decided they wanted to become just like Mr. Epstein and diddle children. Basically, who we're talking about today is Dr. Disrespect, and he admitted to talking to a minor. Now, seriously, I don't understand this entire trend of being a content creator and talking to minors. I feel like it's really easy to, not do that. I feel like you can completely choose to not engage in conversation online, but maybe that might just be me. Maybe this is just my brazy opinion. If you think otherwise, if you think it's just so impossible to not talk to a child while being a content creator, please tell me why, and I don't know, maybe I might believe you. I most likely won't though, because it's not hard to do. But now let's just dive straight into all the information and all the drama. Basically, the first thing that started this entire downward spiral was a tweet from an ex-Twitch employee that said he got banned because he was sexing a minor using the Twitch Whispers product. Where then Dr. Disrespect decided to respond saying, "Jake, seriously, I get it. It's a hot topic that has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged and they paid out the whole contract." Now, with this being said, it didn't take very long to convince a bunch of people saying, you know what, this is probably why he didn't want to speak about his ban at all, and honestly, it kind of made sense. He didn't want to speak about his ban, which sure might be a legal reason, but it's also the fact that maybe he did something so unspeakable, such as texting a minor or sexting a minor on their platform that he was using to stream and monetize. He then put out another tweet on the 22nd of this month saying, "Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I need to say what I can since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong, and this has all been probed and settled. Nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, I was paid." I honestly find it baffling how his entire argument against defending himself this early on was the fact that he was getting paid, and it was just because of the settlement that he had with Twitch to not discuss it. But I think he knew damn well that had he released this information back then, he would have made absolutely no money. His entire channel would have exploded and gone down such a bad steep hill that there was no recovery. He should have just retired then and there. Now, not very long later, I assume after their own self-evaluation and inspection of everything, Midnight Society, or the company that Dr. Disrespect co-founded, decided to drop him from their leagues, basically saying, "We assumed his innocence and began speaking with parties involved, and in order to maintain principles and standards as a studio and individuals, we needed to act. For this reason, we are terminating our relationship with Dr. Disrespect immediately." So this tweet from this company was more than enough evidence for me to say, you know what, this is most likely going to be a real thing. This is most likely going to be something that Disrespect did do, because usually a company wouldn't cut ties with someone unless the allegations are so fucking immensely bad. For example, Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. That entire legal case was the entire reason why Johnny Depp got kicked off away from Disney. Now back onto topic, it's really funny to see his own company calling him out saying, you know what, this is probably true. We should sever ties with you. And honestly, that was all the proof I needed to say, you know what, this is most certainly true. Now fast forward to today, and around 12 o'clock, Dr. Disrespect decided to make a tweet clarifying the entire statement, saying, "Hello, I'd like to make a quick statement. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my controls, I was not allowed to say anything for several years. Now that 2 Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can tell you my side of this story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges has ever been brought against me." Now, from my point of view, honestly, this just sounds like a bunch of yap, this isn't my fault, blah, blah, blah. And again, it's honestly not hard to not talk to a fucking minor. I don't understand what is in the mind of a popular content creator, but it's not hard to say, "You're a child, I'm not gonna talk to you about those things." It's not hard at all. I'm pretty sure it's the most normal response ever. "Oh, you're a young child. child. You're a minor. I'm not gonna engage in conversation about sexual topics. It doesn't matter whether or not there was intentions behind what you said. It's like as if I said I'm gonna go bomb the White House, but it meant nothing. It was just a hokey-pokey joke. It doesn't make sense. Now, I'm just gonna clarify this now, just in case any FBI agent watches this and hears this part. This is a complete joke. I mean actually nothing by this. Please don't kill me. Now then, Dr. Disrespect decides to continue on saying, now from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect. I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Now with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even when hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Now riddle me this, Batman. Why is it that you decided to continue having a conversation with this minor about sexual topics while also stating that you absolutely are against predators and pedophiles? You became the very thing that you hated. You full knowingly told yourself in your mind that it was completely okay to continue having this conversation or this type of conversation with a minor as a father, as a husband, as a 38-year-old man, as someone that despises pedophiles or predators. You continued having this conversation for God knows how long until you got banned. It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to tell you how stupid that sounds. So the fact that you're trying to say that you're not a pedophile or a predator is completely false, because you most literally spoke illicitly with a child. He then continues on saying, but trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero real life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. So answer this right now for me, Doc. Does that mean that if I don't talk to underage children about sexual activities, I have zero real life experience? Weird thing to, it's a pretty weird thing to say. Oh, you have no real life experience, Yin. You haven't spoken to a child yet about having sex and a bunch of sexual activity stuff. Oh, you have no idea what you're talking about, Yin. Grrr. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Now, obviously, a bunch of large creators have come out on the internet and tweeted out their thoughts or even made videos about it. From Jacksepticeye quote retweeting saying fucking disgusting to Pokimane and Ray saying yuck and Dr. Disgusting, which Pokimane could be completely out of context. I'm not 100% certain. She just tweets whatever. But there's also some people that have been trying to defend him. For example, we have Mr. America memed here saying, so the internet took something and stretched the truth to fit a narrative. Shocker. What exactly was stretched here? What truth was being stretched to fit a narrative? The fact that he's not allowed to talk to a minor? I don't know. I feel like that's not stretching anything or fitting any narrative. It's called being a decent human being to not have sexual conversations with a literal child. And now we have another example, and his name is Mr. Lipicki, saying, this guy is so big that he's unintentionally created so many haters, and now all these mini streamers are trying to bring him down just to take his place to finally be noticed. Baseless accusations. Enjoy your vacation, Doc. I'll be waiting for your return. Where the fuck does it... Okay, how is it baseless when he admits it himself? What are you on about? Baseless accusations. Where is it baseless when he admits it himself? And it's not something like, oh yeah, I'll just admit it so that it flies over my head. Ooh. That doesn't make sense. You don't just admit to bullshit that you know is false just to let it go over the screen. It literally does not make sense. Why would you ever admit to something that you did not do? Both normally and legally, that is a terrible thing to do. Like, imagine going into a police station after being, suspected to be a shooter, and you just saying, yeah, it was me, I did it, but you know you didn't do it. You're just convicting yourself. It doesn't make sense. No normal human being would want to do that. And it's far from baseless because 2 Twitch employees came out saying it is true, alongside his own co-founded company. And one more example just to finish it off, we have Mr. Moon Yeezy Legend saying, so let me get this straight, Doc streams gaming content, has a conversation with a minor which I assume is half his fan base, then gets destroyed because he used profanity/crude humor and basically held up his character in private as he did on stream. I'm confused, how is this bad? I'll make this answer very short and simple. Having crude humor is completely different to sexting an underage person. It's completely different. And again, there's like a bunch more. You can take a look yourself just through the comments, there's a lot more people saying this is fucked up than the people are defending, but there's still a bunch of people trying to defend him saying, oh, he did nothing wrong. Oh, he deserves forgiveness. Oh, he didn't know the age of the person. Again, that's his own due diligence. He should have known the age of the person. That's not even a point. And even then, there's absolutely zero reason for you to be a grown man having casual mutual conversations that were inappropriate with someone underage. Ever. You don't need more context. You don't need more info. If you talk to a minor sexually as a grown person, doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, if you talk to a minor sexually, you're disgusting. And no matter how you look at it, dog, it is pedophilia. I genuinely hope that after his so-called vacation that he announced on stream and at the very end of his tweet, that he never comes back to the internet. I hope he stays on that vacation and never returns. It's genuinely so sad to see how many people are still trying to side with Doc though. It's like, oh, but he did nothing wrong. It's not pedophilia. He was only talking to them. Like, what do you describe as pedophilia?
Now, with all that being said, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. It does help me a lot. If you haven't already had an amazing day, I hope you do have an amazing day. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. See you, losers.